This thing looks super cool. Is the 5060 Ti here? Yes, sir. Well, let's get it unboxed. So this is the colorful iGAME 5060 Ti Ultra, and it looks like a really cool looking card. So let's go ahead and get this thing out. We've got what I assume is a thank you card in a different language. We've got a quick start guide with a registration card. Remove the foam. We've got 2 white Velcro strips. Then we've got the GPU. Then here is the card itself. Really cool looking card, actually. We've got one single 8-pin connector. We've got one HDMI and 3 display ports. Then it also has this button on the back. We've got a normal mode, then a turbo mode. So right now you can see the button is out, but if I press it in, that is turbo mode, and I'm assuming that's the different BIOSes. And I actually really like how this is on the back, so I don't have to open the side panel when you normally have a switch on the front. So this is actually really cool. I can just reach behind the case and then change it here. So really cool looking card. That would look great in like a white and pink themed build. So let's go ahead and get this installed. All right, so the GPU is installed and I've got all of the drivers up to date. And honestly, this is a really cool looking card. Not the best fit for my test bench system, but with the proper white build, I actually really think this GPU has a cool look. It's pretty unique. And before we get into testing, I at least wanted to cover what's in my test bench. So we've got an Asus X870E-E motherboard. We've got 32 gigabytes of crucial RAM at 6000 megahertz CL34. The CPU is a Ryzen 7800X3D, which may be a little bit strong for the system, but this is usually what I use for all of my testing, so I'm staying consistent. And then we've got a Gen 4 2 terabyte NVMe. Now it's time to test the thermals. So I ran a GPU benchmark across multiple pieces of software and they were pretty consistent all throughout. So what you're seeing here is Heaven 4.0, and in the top right corner, we've got HW info showing all of our statistics. But the max temperature I saw across all of the pieces of software was 57 degrees Celsius. And then even while at game at 4K, the max temperature I saw was 60 degrees Celsius. So fantastic temperatures for the GPU and also the memory temps as well. So very cool running cards. Let's see some game benchmarks. final thoughts? So as far as this specific GPU from Colorful, I honestly think it's really cool. It's super unique looking, and I think with the right themed PC, it would look absolutely awesome. Maybe a white build with a pink theme around it, with some pink highlights. I honestly think it would look really cool. Just a cool and unique looking GPU. I do think the front is a little bit busy with the RGB and the Ultra logo and the GeForce RTX logo, but it doesn't look that bad. I've got a breathing effect on right now, and it honestly might look really cool with the RGB off, or maybe even vertically mounted. So cool looking card. Then I also downloaded and installed the Colorful software they provide. And honestly, I'm pretty impressed. I'll go ahead and leave some shots of it up right now, but it's very thorough. You can do everything from adjusting the RGB to monitoring and adjusting different parameters. So I was honestly pretty impressed with how thorough the software is, because sometimes the software can seem like an afterthought, but it's not bad at all. And one thing I really like about this graphics card is the BIOS button is on the back. So if you want to easily change it, you can just reach around to the back of the case and then change the GPU BIOS, because most are on the front side of the GPU. So you have to take off your side panel and then flip the little switch. But with this one, they made it really easy with that little push button in the back. So I honestly think that's really cool, and more manufacturers should start doing that. And then as far as the 5060 Ti in general, I think it's a pretty good card. And I know I did a lot of testing in 4K, which is a bit unrealistic, but I at least wanted to see what it can do. But overall, a strong 1440p card and a really, really strong 1080p card. And if you're going for DLSS, it honestly bumps that up quite a bit. I think the big problem now is going to be pricing and availability. Because as everyone knows, the 5000 series cards have been very tough to find at not the best prices. So we're gonna have to see how NVIDIA handles this, especially for their lower SKU GPUs. But overall, not a bad card. And I think a great choice if you can find one for the right price. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Subscribe if you enjoy my content, and then I'll see y'all in the next video.